So it's not comfortable way to speaking. I'm sorry, I'm just experimenting. So, good evening, good evening, dear guests and the fellow Toastmasters. Today I'm going to talk about the most interesting book that I have recently read. The book called The China Study by Professor Colin Campbell. Please, probably somebody know about this book? Who have read? So no one? Okay, probably, can you ask one question? Is there some vegetarian or raw vegan in this room? Please, raise your hand. No one. Okay, in this case, only vegetarian in this room is Colin Campbell. So, Colin Campbell was born in US. His parents were the agriculture, and little Colin was sure that after some time he became a scientist and will serve to develop agriculture industry. He left his home to study abroad. In fact, he became a very famous, very great scientist. He published almost 300 very great articles in terms of food influences to the health and food nutrition. But one time, his point of view regarding to food sharply changed. I think there is one reason. Unfortunately, he lost his father who died from cancer. And Professor Colin Campbell wanted to know what caused this awful disease of modern humanity. And firstly, he decided to check one theory that animal-based products, animal-based food, has a negative influence to human body, human health. And he implemented a little experiment. He implemented a little experiment in his private laboratory. He has chosen several rats with a cancer tumor. With a cancer tumor. Yes, with a cancer tumor. And during the 12 weeks, Professor Colin fed that rat with animal-based protein that casein. And after 3 weeks, his decrease and the increase and the decrease amount of that protein. And in that time, during his experiments, he monitors the cancer tumor's circumstance. And how you see from the graph, the result was obvious. It is very famous experiment, but Professor Campbell has still some doubts. He wants to make a research in real natural environment, and he chose China. Why China? Because China has a huge population with different people, different weather conditions, different diet, different diet and health. So he, with his colleagues from Oxford University and the Chinese University, monitor health indicator of almost 3,000 Chinese across the country. And this experiment has taken almost 30 years. It was a huge experiment. It was a huge experiment. So after that experiment, there is two noticeable thing. First of all, He was sure after this experiment that animal-based product has a negative influence to human body and a particular cause of many types of cancer. Second one, animal-based products, particular meat, tremendously increase cholesterol amount of human body. You know, the person who has a high level of cholesterol in body always wants to eat something. He eats something, and consequently he getting fat and have another problem with the health. So regarding to meat, look at the graph. Next graph. This is a meat consumption for in US in last century. And how you see from the graph, the indicator has risen sharply, and this trend consequence of many problems of the regarding to health. For example, look that person. That he was a circus member, and people came to a circus member in 1990s, and the people came to the circus look to these guys because he looks very unusual. He was very fat to his century. But now it is no problem. It's not some unusual thing in our streets, in our life, because of meat consumption, because of fat consumption, and being vegetarian looks like very some unusual thing in our century. But if you look to the past, many people have a very great course in favor of vegetarian lifestyle. For example, Leo Tolstoy, Pythagore, Einstein, and still now we have many vegetarian people around the world. According to like statistic, almost 375 million vegetarians in the world, and that people still support the idea that meat-based product, the animal-based product, not healthy and not healthy way to living for. So, if you have some doubts, if you have some friends and vegetarian, look for him. They usually don't have some problem with the health. They don't have problem with the overweighting, problem with the skins. They usually looks very younger in that this age, and to talking in front of you, in front of majority of Kazakhs, that you should refuse the fish format. Madness from my side, but I'm sure that you should once try it. Thank you.